Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen episode number 3 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we get to see Sukuna taking over Yuji and Yuji kind of controlling it. At the beginning Gojo comes down and we can see the amount of control Yuji has over Sukuna. It's crazy. And Gojo kind of fights with Sukuna for a more bit, and then obviously we go back to the first episode where he was captured. And yeah, so here is what's going to happen. Basically, the proposition that was given to Yuji was that Sukuna has 20 fingers. One finger he has consumed. More fingers he'll consume, more stronger Sukuna will get. So what we're going to do is consume as much finger as Yuji can take in, and then they'll execute him, basically trying to kill off Sukuna. So that's the plan. So that is why the execution has been postponed for a moment. And yeah, that's what's going to happen. So obviously Yuji, in the end kind of says that, all right, fine, I'm going to do that. Because, his grandfather told him to help as many people as he can. And there you go. So he is now part of the Jujutsu Tech, I think that was what it was called, of the your institution. And yeah, he gets in, and then the principal, I think he kind of made Yuji to go through like a little bit of test and made sure that his conviction is in the right direction. It's not because of his grandfather that he is doing this, but because of his own wishes. Otherwise, when he'll die, he'll probably curse his grandfather. That is why. So now that out of the way, yeah, he is in. And in the end, we get to see the newest member of this group, which is that girl. I'm guessing we'll see her in this episode. And I think this is the final episode that I watched in when this came out. After this episode, I've not seen any other episodes from this point onwards. So let's see. I don't even remember this episode that much. I do remember a little bit of the girl, and that is it. But either way, let us begin episode number 3. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever user preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Jujutsu Tech, there you go. Oh. Hmm. Alright. And there we go. Takeshita Street. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking. Oh yeah, okay. Man, makes sense, I guess. Hmm. Oh, that's why. Okay, makes sense. Ah. Oh, that's the uniform. Yeah, the red thing. What's up with that? Oh, yeah. Why? What? Why? Why? Suddenly? Okay. Ah! Who's this? She wants to get scouted out. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? What is that? Okay. Nobara. Ugisaki Nobara. Alright. Okay, let's go. Girl of Steel. Potato? Why potato? Ah! He doesn't care, Fushiguro. Oh boy. Where? Ah. Oh yeah, he's also from the. Oh my god. Okay, where? It'll be Roppongi. Okay. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, because of that. Alright, that's why they're here. This is no tour. Oh my god. This is it. Ah, okay. Alright. Well, he's new. Not one, but two. Yeah. Okay. Ah. No, but yeah, Sukuna, he has Sukuna within him, so. Okay. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a knife. Oh, whatever. Cleaver. Oh, okay. Okay. Hopefully. What are you doing? This is no one's hiding here to attack you. This is a place filled with curses. Yeah. Yeah, because he already saw Yuji's power, kind of. Probably not. No, she's used to this, I think. Oh my god. Yeah. Ah, there it is. Use your cleaver. Nice. Yes. He's strong himself, like, even without Sukuna. What the? No. No, thank you. What? Okay. Did that work? Okay. Hmm. My god. Hmm. Ah! Yeah, true. Yeah, but still he is exactly. And that's what makes him more crazier. Ah. Yeah, makes sense. What the? Is there someone here? I mean, one of the mannequins? Ah. Okay, so she uses nails and a hammer. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. So these curses are way stronger than what she has gone, like, she has experienced. Interesting. Her name is Kugisaki. I think Kugi means nails. I'm not exactly sure. I need to check out. Exactly. There you go. And the number of people here are different. They're stronger. Whoa! What the? What was that? Kugisaki. Oh, exactly. Damn. Oh wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. Nailed it. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not over. Let's see. What the? Oh, there's more. Wait, who? Ah, yeah, you have a hammer in your hand? Oh my god. Uh, what is this? No, he'll hit him. Like, yeah, he'll try to shield him with. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, intellect as well. Yeah, but it doesn't care. Hmm. Where's Yuji? No, it won't. This is a curse. He doesn't care. Oh my god, is that Yuji? What the? What the hell? Yeah, there you go. Wow. Now what? Yeah, he's gonna run away, obviously. Okay, what? Oh, what the? Oh, is that her power? Like the voodoo doll kind of thing? Oh, interesting. Oh, so if you can get a part of its body, she can basically use like the voodoo doll technique of attacking. Okay, okay. Yeah, but it won't work unless and until you have the other monster's body part or something, I'm guessing. Which is dangerous due to. Okay. Saori-chan. Is that her? Is that Nobara? Oh, she came from Tokyo. That is why she. Ostracized by the villagers. Hmm. Wow. Damn, that's. No, you didn't actually. Reinforced concrete. I think like she probably like you see how people ostracized Saori. She thought since she's also like she can control. She thought she'll also be ostracized somewhere down the line, and that's why she just came out of there. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, she's also kind of different from them because she has all these powers. So seeing how Saori was ostracized like that, she knew that this is a place where she won't be able to belong. Wait, so is it also one of her goals to find Saori here? Yeah, she has this hope that maybe I'll meet her here as well. Yeah. All right. Hopefully something good. No, it'll be something. Nah, I feel like what are you? What? Uh, oh, the coin locker. Yeah. What? Ah. All right. What? What's going on here? Curse womb. Non-jujutsu sorcerers. Whoa! And one died. Okay, so that's like a for the next episode, I think. Damn. Okay. Wait, what the hell is this? What is this? Oh, so oh no. Revolving suit. Yeah. Wow. Blended sushi. Wait, what? Please write in cards properly and say. Okay, that's it. So there you go. This was episode number 3, and we meet Nobara Kugisaki. Okay, I'm pretty sure Kugi means nails. I'm pretty sure. In Japanese, just let me check. Kugi. Okay, Kugi. Kugi. Okay, I cannot properly find it. Never mind. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it means nails. So Kuisaki Nobara, we meet her in this episode, and we see how she, gets in our group and becomes a part of the first years. So in the beginning of the episode, we see uh, uh, Megumi, yeah, Fushiguro, Yuji, and Gojo, them going to meet Nobara, pick her up, and including him and her in the group, and we see them in that place where they're waiting for her, while Nobara is she has come down from the train, and she's also there. So we get to see how oh, Yuji asks a question. He says that why are there 3 people only? And Fujiguro gives a valid explanation to that. He's like, because there aren't many people who can see this stuff. There's not enough Jujutsu sorcerers. So that is why. And which makes sense, I guess, obviously, because there aren't many of these people who can see this, get these things, and fight against these curses. So yeah, makes sense why there's not enough people. Okay, now Yuji, Gojo comes in, and we see that the dress that Yuji's wearing is actually the school uniform. Now, I don't know if this is an important thing, or if Gojo did that for a particular reason, or just because he wanted, is that the thing that Yuji's dress is a bit different. Why is it a little bit different? Like a custom made, the red collar and everything. Is there an important reason behind it, or is it just because Gojo thought it would be kind of nice? Not sure. I think there might be a deeper reasoning behind that. I don't know. I don't know what type of deeper reasoning. Must be something. Otherwise, why? I don't know. Or maybe it's just he thought that it would look good on him. That is why. I have no clue. Anyways, so all of this is going on. Now we see Nobara, you saw Nobara in the beginning of the train, where she was like, oh, I want to get scouted. She's looking at one person trying to scout a girl, and she's like, hey, you, what about me? Why don't you scout me? And he got so afraid of that. He's like, wait, what the hell? What's going on here? And he thought this girl is someone trying to drag him into something I don't know, something crazy. And he was like, no, I don't want any part of this, let me go. And he's just trying to run away, while Nobara's like, oh, don't you run away from me. Anyways, Yuji and Fushiguro goes and meets her. She puts all her stuff in the 400 yen locker, and she introduces herself. Kugisaki Nobara. That's her name. And all right, so Kusake sees these two, and she like immediately makes a like an assumption. She's like, oh, Yuji, he looks like a potato. He's probably the type of person who just who ate his own burgers as a kid, while Fushiguro, she's like, what a high and mighty person. I hate these type of people. And she's just yeah, these two, what's wrong with me? Why am I stuck with these people? Oh boy. Anyways, so I love how Gojo says that, all right, guys, today let's do a little bit of a touring. Since both of you are not accustomed to Tokyo, I'll show this place around. And both Yuji and wait, what was her name? Nobara, yeah. Both Yuji and Nobara get so happy. They're like, oh my god, yes. Where should we go? Where should we go? I love this part where Yuji just basically jumps and clings onto Gojo's face. Just clings onto him. He's so happy. And I think the reason why I doubt Fushiguro would have either even if they were actually going to the city, he would have gotten excited either way. But still, I'm pretty sure Fushiguro knew what exactly they were going to do. So he's like, oh, let's go to Roppongi. And yeah, they were thinking like, oh, Roppongi, it'll be so great, like all these like these big buildings, with so much lights and everything, it'll be crazy. And bam, they're in Roppongi, in one of the buildings where there is a curse. Makes sense. Curse exorcism. That's what they're here for. Okay, so he says there's a big cemetery nearby. The double whammy of that and abandoned building brought out a curse. Okay, so Yuji says, do they come out more in near cemeteries? And Fujiguro says the issue isn't the cemetery itself, the fact that people associate cemeteries with fear. So not necessarily because it's a cemetery, but because people associate cemetery with fear. So basically what people think about it, that's why the curse and the ghosts come out. And that is why he was also like, oh yeah, that's the same for schools too, isn't it? It's not because of the school, but because people associate schools with like curses or like a lot of negative emotions. That is why. So basically, if I don't know, if this cemetery or if this place was a place where a lot of people were coming and going, people, I don't know, had a lot of population, people were always constantly lively and everything, people always walking around very lit up, with lights and everything, this place probably wouldn't be cursed. Immediately places which are actually in a, I don't know, a gloomy corner, people don't want to go there. Immediately when they look at that place, they're like, oh my god, what the hell, it's in a dark corner, that place, why should I go there? And people are trying to steer clear of that. Negative emotions kind of start gathering over there, and it becomes cursed like this. So that's why it's not the place's fault, but what people's the amount of the emotions, the type of emotions people associate that place with, that's the fault here. Makes sense. So Nobara's like, wait, he doesn't even know that, and obviously he's new to it. And love how Nobara freaks out when she realizes that Yuji actually ate two of the cursed fingers, and she's like, ew, what the hell, that's unsanitary. You know what, I also had the same reaction at the beginning. I was like, what the hell, how can someone just swallow it like that? That finger looks disgusting. It's like dried up and everything, and he just, with the nails and everything, it even has Sukuna's nails in it. He basically just consumes it like one gulp, and I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible. How can you do that? So I can't blame Nobara for reacting like that. I would have also reacted like that. But either way, so yeah, okay, Yuji says like, wait a minute, you guys are not going to go, me and Nobara are only going to go, I can't even use curses, so shouldn't we fight curse with curse? And Gojo says like, oh, you have Sukuna inside of you, so you can probably do it. And he also, for safety measures, he gives him a cleaver kind of thing. It's a cursed tool, slaughter demon. It's a weapon imbued with cursed energy. It works on curses too. So that's why he's like, yeah, you use this. Don't use Sukuna, however. Use this thing to do. And there you go. So they get in, and like Nobara and Yuji get inside that building. And I like how Yuji is like acting as if this is like some kind of a spy movie. He's just kind of tiptoeing around, like looking like this and that. And then Fushigoro's like, wait, shouldn't I go there with them? Like, no, just to keep an eye. But Megumi, Gojo's like, no, it's fine. Like, you recuperate. You're still, like healing from your wounds. And not only that, he wants to see what these two can do. He already saw Yuji's like, like strength and power and all that, and how crazy he is. However, he has not seen that in Nobara. So he wants to kind of test Nobara because of that. And there's also another thing where Fushiguro says, but Nobara's a person who has been doing this in her place as well. So I think she'll be fine. But Gojo makes a really interesting point here. He says that no, the population is important. Makes sense, in her place, which is obviously like a village, there's a limited amount of people, not that much people, not that populated. So the curse power would be coming from a lot lesser density of people. A lot lesser people, like for example 100 people's negative emotions would probably make a curse in Nobara's place. However, here in the middle of Tokyo, like thousands and thousands of people's negative thoughts will make a curse, which is way different in scale than what Nobara's accustomed to. So he wants to see that, like Gojo wants to see how she fares amongst that, and that's what he wants to test. So inside the the building, Nobara's like, oh, I'm going to go up, you go from down and see, like we'll split up. And he's just like, oh, don't don't go alone, because curses are kind of a problem and they're strong. But Nobara's like, oh, you are you're a rookie, don't tell me what to do. And she is like, oh, we'll go down, and they start squabbling amongst each other. You just like, your emotions have been all over the place today. She's like, this is why girls don't like you. Anyways, after that, Nobara splits up. So Yuji comes across one of the curses over here, and Yuji takes care of the curse very easily. He just starts jumping around, like attacking with the cleaver, and after a fair bit of fighting, he's able to defeat that curse. And he's like, yeah, everything's fine, I can move properly. And again, we are back to Gojo, where Gojo is explaining the stuff about Yuji. He said that Yuji is crazy. He's a person who is actually not in our world. He was a person who was like a very normal person. He was like a school boy going to school, just normal stuff, everyday life he used to do. He was part of that world. So any person who's suddenly gets dragged into our world is no way able to carry on as he is carrying on now, as normally. People will get scared immediately if they're brought from that world to this world. They'll get scared, they'll not be able to do anything for at least a few amount of time, unless and until they get accustomed to it. However, Yuji nonchalantly just came into our world and just started beating up all the curses. He even started controlling Sukuna within him. So he is crazy, in that way. He's like when it comes to killing these things that takes the form of living creatures, albeit bizarre looking ones, to try to kill him. Yeah, it's not like he's familiar with curses for a long time like you and me. This is a boy who was used to live a normal life in a high school. We've seen plenty of Jujutsu sorcerers, even those with talent, give up on frustration because they couldn't conquer the fear of disgust. But Yuji is not like that, so he's crazy. I'm pretty sure about that. But I want to see what Nobara is, whether she's crazy or not. And it's so interesting here, obviously since I've watched Chainsaw Man before this show, I can say this is the same thing which we saw in Chainsaw Man as well. Where they say the more crazy people are, the more they're accustomed to these type of things. So in these, in a line of work, the person who will be able to survive is the most craziest one. and that's why you always need some people who has a screw loose up in their head in these type of works. So that is what like Gojo is trying to see whether Nobara is that type of person or not. Anyways, Nobara is in the one of the floors, and he sees like the mannequin in the center, and she's like, oh, you're inside there, aren't you? Come out. And she uses the hammer and the nail. Wait, what was the name? Was it, did she have a name for it? Just a minute. No, I don't know. No, probably not. Anyways, I thought like maybe the weapon had a name or something. Either way, she uses her hammer and the nails to use her curse power and nails the thing. It falls down, and not only that, we see how this thing is way stronger. It gets up even after getting nailed. Okay, now we move on to a little bit of a backstory, Nobara's backstory as to this girl, Saori, I think. Oh no, that comes later on. Never mind. No. Okay, I'll talk about that later. Okay, after that we get to see Nobara was like, all right, that thing is gone, but it gets up again because like this is Tokyo, way stronger curses. But Nobara's like, oh, the nail has my cursed power inside of it, so you won't be able to survive. So this is what she does. She controls the nails using her cursed powers, and even if it's like pinned inside one of the inside the opponents, she can still manipulate it, and she uses it to destroy its head. And she's like, there you go, like, it's over. But then she spots a kid. So here's the thing, I love how they did this whole section where they kind of hinted us, like when Gojo was saying that, curses here are way stronger than she is accustomed to, which kind of implied in this portion, it implied that, curses are stronger. But then immediately we see that it's not the physical, like department that Gojo was talking about, that the curses are stronger. It's a mental department as well. So like we see Nobara is strong, like even these stronger curses she's able to take care of. But the question here is she mentally strong? Can she, when she's presented with some type of crazy life and death choices, what can she do? Can she keep her cool? And that is also another aspect of the curses here, unlike the curses in her village, which is of way weaker than these ones. So that's what happens. So here like Nobara tries to talk to the boy, but the boy gets grabbed by one of the lower graded cursed monsters, and it takes it hostage. So Nobara is frustrated. Nobara's like, what the hell, this thing is way weaker than me, like I can easily take care of it. However, it's taking a hostage because it knows that it's weak. So there you go. This is what Gojo was talking about. Like, this is how strong they are. They play mind games as well. So at first, Nobara tries to make like a rational thought and decision. He tries to make. She's like, okay, let me think. If I die, then the boy also dies. So in no way can that be. I can't let that happen. But if the boy die, I won't die. She makes like a rational, tries to make like a rational choice here. And she's like, yeah, like if I put my weapons down, he's definitely going to kill me. So when I die, obviously the boy will die. So the better option here is to not put my things down, and the boy might die, but I'll survive and I'll be able to take care of it. But like it's like you cannot work in like a rational way in these type of situations. She thinks of it like that. However, she drops the nails and the hammer because she in her heart she's not able to do that. She's not able to abandon the boy. So she puts it down and she's like, oh my god, like what should I do now? I'm such an idiot. And she's like, I wish I could have seen Saori-chan a last time. And she's thinking of all of that. And then Yuji just comes in, breaking the concrete wall apart, and he's like, oh, I missed, haha, okay. so this part, and then he kicks the whole place down and I love how the monster is like realizes that he's actually screwed now. he immediately turns towards Yuji, shows the boy to him, and he's like, oh, look at this, like showing how he's going to attack him. And Yuji doesn't really stop at all, immediately slashes off his hand. Because no hand means no hostage. Simple mathematics, And yeah, there you go. So taken care of, no hesitation, nothing. So there you go. And this is what Gojo meant by being crazy. This is the craziness that he has inside of him. He didn't hesitate at all to take a step, and that's crazy. Because any person, if presented with that type of a situation, just like Nobara, they would actually stop and think like, oh my god, no, he's taking it a hostage. And that is going to give the other person more time to formulate a plan and do something. So he didn't even give the curse that amount of time for it to actually settle down and think what to do. It was pointing his finger towards the boy, trying to insinuate that it's going to kill him. And Yuji didn't stop. If Yuji actually stopped here for a moment and tried to think what to do, the monster would have probably probably gotten enough time to move back a little bit. So he didn't give that amount of time at all and just immediately slashed, which is something that only a crazy person will be able to do, because any normal person at that situation, when presented with that option, is at least going to stop and think like, oh, what should I do? But no, he immediately knew what to do. He was like, yep, he's using his hands to probably going to attack the boy using his hands, so let me just chop off his hand. And the good thing was that he was close to the monster as well. If Nobara was close to the monster, she probably could have done something like that as well. However, the problem with Nobara was she was a little bit far away, so she cannot do anything. However, Yuji had the advantage of being closer to the monster, so he could easily take care of the monster's hand and save the kid. But there you go. That and obviously the monster realized that, oh, this is trouble now. So he tries to get out by jumping out the window. And Nobara's like, Yuji, quickly get me that hand and give it to me. And Yuji gives her the hand, and she takes out like a voodoo doll. And outside we see the monster jumping out. Fushiguro was, should I take care of it? Gojo's like, nope, wait a moment, let's see what happens. And there you go. Nobara uses her voodoo doll to, okay, she puts the voodoo doll on top of the hand, takes the nails, straw doll technique, resonance. All right, so there you go, it's over. So it's kind of interesting to see. So basically she can take care of things from a big distance, long range distance, if she has like a body part of it or something, I think. Anyways, so there you go, worked perfectly well. And Gojo's like, yeah, she's crazy, perfect for our team, she passed. So now after that we get to see a little bit more of Nobara's past, and she talks about when she was in first grade, Saori-chan moved into the village, and she was a person who came from Tokyo, and Nobara loved interacting with her, talking with her and everything. However, her being an outsider made people make assumptions of her, and she says that, oh, people thought that she thinks that village folks are dumb, and they on their own made some wild assumptions about her and started ostracizing her. And there you go, in the end they completely drove her out of that place. And yeah, and that is why Nobara's not happy about that fact. And she says how she treated her to sweets and stuff, to bake stuff in the bakery. And after that, after she was driven out, Nobara later on, after she became older, she was also like, I left that village as well, because if I stayed more in that village, and then she doesn't complete the sentence, but I think, like I said, seeing how why did they drive Saori out? Because she was different. She was different from the other folks. They were all the person from the village, and Saori was a person from the city, and they the people from the village just assumed that, oh, she probably is looking down on us. Not only that, it's so ironic that they thought she's looking down on them. However, they were the ones looking down on her, you know, and like constantly, like, ostracized her, didn't interact with her. You saw, like, like in front of her house, like snow piles were falling, and like, no one was, like, helping them, and on the car and everything, did all of that thing. And I think there was like some kind of a talk about a village extension. Wait, let me check this part. The bridge is dangerous due to deterioration from age and can no longer be used. There's like a bridge thing going on, I think, and I think that was also a problem. Wait, let me check. Where is that part? Go back to Tokyo, broken van, leave, filth serves you right. Okay, I'm pretty sure there was something about a bridge. Where's that part? We protest the Kitagawa Highway extension. Oh no, not a bridge, sorry. So this Kitagawa Highway expansion or whatever, I think it is something that probably people from the city decided that they were going to do. Like where usually, like, in village places and everything, they try to urbanize things, which might make problem to the local people. Like, for example, breaking down a certain section to make like a better, like, roadway. And most of the time, like, like the people living in that place are not happy about that, because it will probably destroy a lot of their things, a lot of their natural place things and everything. Because I've seen this in a lot of places as well. For example, there was another show visual novel, I would say, I've played. There's also an anime for it, which is Higurashi no Nakukoroni, or Higurashi When They Cry. There was like the main, like, there was like a bit part of the plot was dam. I think, as far as I can remember, it's been a while I've read the novel. There was like a dam where they were trying to, I think, oh no, they were trying to make a dam. Yeah, there was like a river or something, and they were trying to make a dam, and there was like a huge protest, like, against it, that the dam shouldn't be made because it will flood the place and everything, destroy the place. So, like, it's kind of a similar thing like this happened, where people started looking down upon the people who came from the city because they were part of this dam project, and they looked down on them, ostracized them. This thing happened. And the villagers were not happy. They were like, no, in no way will we let you guys make a dam here, because it's going to flood the place completely. And something like that was the plot over there, as far as I can remember. Here as well, I think it's something like that, where they thought that, oh, like, like these people from the city, they're trying to destroy our place. And that is why immediately, since Saori was from the city, they started putting all the blame on her, making her a scapegoat, and just ostracized her and completely just made her go from the village. Made her leave the village deliberately. They bullied her into just leaving, and that's what happened. I think that was also another part of the thing, because people try to find a scapegoat all the time. Not necessarily she was any way involved in the road extension thing that we saw, but I'm pretty sure people blamed her for it. So that's what happened. And I think the reason why Nobara left as well, obviously because she liked Saori, and Saori was just driven out from this place, so she was not happy about that. But there's also another reason I think that she left, is because she's also unique. She's also not like like the other normal people. She has this power, this whole Jujutsu power or whatever, she has it inside of her, which makes her a little bit unique. And she knew that people are not able to accept unique people, especially in this village. So I think she also probably thought that if I stayed here for long enough, they'll also treat me like Saori, and was going to drive me out as well. So why not I leave before that happens, And I don't know, this is just a guess I'm making, but I think that's also another reason why she decided to leave, because she knew, like, somewhere down the line, they're going to do the same thing they did to Kaori to her as well, driving her out, because she is different. And that is why she left, and she came to Tokyo. And that's the thing, like, this is the thing about villages, like villages, there's like a small community, everyone knows everyone. So people meddle in each other's business a little bit, like too much, which is sometimes very good, you're like a very nice, tight little community, like, everyone helps everyone. Every person's problem is other person's problem. They help out, chip in. However, sometimes it's also kind of works in the opposite way, where people try to meddle in your business too much, making it so difficult to actually kind of like, like carry on your own. So that is why this is the difference between villages and like a city. In a city, obviously nobody cares about you except your friends and family, because who has the time for it in a city? And like everyone's moving constantly, it's like thousands of people, nobody knows one another, unlike a village where every person knows every person. So everything has a good and a bad. The villages, the good thing about villages is that everyone's like a tight community, they know each other, they help each other out in their trouble. But it also is the bad thing where people meddle too much in your business, while in the city nobody cares about you, which is a bad thing, obviously. However, it's also a good thing because you can be actually alone and do your own thing and nobody will care. So that's the kind of thing, and that is why she realized that for me at least, I can't be here, I need to go to the city. And she came to the city, obviously, and now she's here. So okay, now Nobara says that I've come here because I hate this countryside and I wanted to live in Tokyo. And Yuji's like, wait, what? And she says that this is the only way I could move to the city without having to worry about money. He says you can risk your life over that. And she says like, yeah, definitely I can. And what does she say after that? After all, it means being true to myself. There you go. And yeah, there you go, that takes care of that. And Nobara here after that says that if I had stayed there in the village, I'd be as good as dead. Yeah, and that is why she came here. And I feel like she, as she says later on, she also has a little bit of a hope that she thinks that Saori is probably back in Tokyo. Tokyo is a huge place, there's a very less chance of actually meeting her again. But who knows? It may be, because of some coincidence or something, a good fortune, maybe she'll meet her someday. And she's like, yeah, if that happens, that'll be so good. If I meet you here again. And she has that hope in her heart. Either way, she thanks Yuji. She's like, oh, thank you so much, because you did save me. And she says like, we wouldn't have a bright future if I died or if I had been the only one to survive. So yeah, thank you. And there you go. And she's like, oh, we're even now, haha. Okay, then after that they're like, oh, we're hungry now, let's go and eat. And Nobara and Yuji are very excited. I love how Fushiguro acts as if he doesn't care. He's like, mobile phone, what's in there? And Gozo's like, what are you doing? All right, you guys, Fushiguro's not really interested in it, let's go. And Fushiguro's like, oh, wait. Oh boy, this is so relatable. I know how. Like when you're interested in something and like people are not paying attention, you try to act cool. You're like, yeah, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm just looking at my mobile phone. But you actually want to get included in the conversation. But you act as if you don't care. Yeah, that's relatable, unfortunately. All right. So they're just having fun talking about the thing. And Yuji's like, what's up with Fushiguro? Why is he not talking? And like I said, Gojo puts a nail on what he's thinking about. He's like, yeah, he just wants to get involved in the conversation. He's just pouting because he doesn't get to join in. And yeah, that's true. Anyway, so after that, suddenly we see like a little scene. Eishu Juvenile Detention Center, West Tokyo City. In the sky above the exercise yard, all right, they're able to see something. Okay, so few people are able to see something, few people are not. So unnamed apparition of potential special grade. Its cursed womb was witnessed by several non-jujutsu sorcerers. So several non-jujutsu sorcerers are also able to see it. It's like a fetus. Weird thing in the sky. Due to the emergency nature, 3 Jujutsu Tech first years were dispatched to the scene. This part, I'm actually kind of not sure what the hell. 3 Jujutsu Tech first years. Are they talking about these 3? If they are, the next one thing he says is that and one died. Okay, so obviously this, if you think about it, it's a cliffhanger because they literally said that 3 Jujutsu first year has been sent here and one of them died, which I'm pretty sure that he was mentioning these three. So who died? What happened? Next episode, I'm guessing we'll get to see. So yeah, anyways, there you go. That was it. We meet the final member of our team, and there you go. We see her power. She can use nails, and yeah, she's also crazy in Gojo Sensei's words. So perfect for the team. So there you go. That is it. That is my reaction to episode 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That is it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.